For most of us, love is the ultimate quest. We spend much of our lives seeking love, yearning for that profound connection that will bring us fulfillment and happiness. But, instead of seeking love, I call you to be love. This shift from seeking to being will transform your experiences. Love is one of the most beautiful emotions that can ever be experienced. However, the problem is that we think it is outside of ourselves. It's not that there's no love out there. But love is like an ocean, and we can only experience the true nature of ocean by being the drop of that ocean. To experience true love, you have to be love. How do we mostly take love? We take our likeness of someone as love, or someone's attention towards us as love. We confuse love with need or desire. We believe that love is something outside of ourselves, something to be attained or acquired. This belief can lead us on a relentless search, often filled with disappointment and disillusionment. When we seek love from others, we place our happiness and sense of worth in their hands. We feel empty inside and seek things outside of us, things that will make us feel better. Something occupying us, distracting us from the inner feeling of inadequacy. And when someone gives us importance, it creates sense of recognition and belonging in us. Their presence makes us feel less unworthy, less empty, less alone, so we conclude this is love. And when that same person leaves us, we break down, resenting them, feeling devastated, unworthy, unloved and broken once again. Our conception of love is misconstrued. We live in loops of insecurity, attachment and manipulation, and call it love. We regard infatuation as love. We take love as a bargain, an exchange, a dominion, which leads to unhealthy attachments, insecurity, fear of rejection and a perpetual sense of lack. Love is a state of being, and to experience love you have to cultivate it within yourself. To be love is to recognize that love is not something we lack, but something we inherently are. Presence of love doesn't depend on any person or thing. Love is already here, always in the air. It is something that is poured onto each one of us all the time. The connecting cord between us and the universe or God consciousness is love. It is the ultimate source and cause of love. Even if in this moment you aren't able to perceive love, or you don't feel connected to the universe, it doesn't mean you are not linked with it. You cannot be separated from it. It is always there. It is the root squire of every existence. You just aren't able to experience it due to your inattention towards it. So the question is, how can we experience love? To familiarize yourself with true love, you have to understand that security, creativity, self-esteem, love, self-expression, intuition or intellect, and enlightenment etc. are the states that can only be cultivated by our relation with ourselves and the God consciousness. These states are achieved by inner journey of self, and cannot be birthed in us by any external influence. Just as other people can't be the source of our creativity, intellect, intuition etc., they can influence these states but cannot be the ultimate source of these states. Likewise, they can't be the source of love. Our experience of these indwelling states depends on our energy flow. Humans are multidimensional beings. We have several energy centers that are focal points of energy, where our spiritual, emotional and physical aspects merge, influencing each other. When energy flows through a particular center freely, it invigorates and activates that center. When it flows freely through primary chakra, we feel rooted. Similarly, when this energy flow reaches spiritual heart center and activates it, the individual achieves the state of pure love. We are infused with spiritual energy by the universe regularly. This energetic force exists beyond the physical self and cannot be harnessed randomly. Our unmindful acts dissipate this energy and our insistent errings and traumas block it. Divine energy flows in us through various energy channels. The path of this energy is straight up to the crown. However, just as water changes its route when intercepted by rocks, this energy is not able to flow straight forward in presence of blockages. And everyone has blockages in different channels and centers. This is our spiritual struggle. When due to blockages, this energy doesn't reach the spiritual heart, our spiritual heart doesn't get energized and invigorated, which creates the emptiness inside, and the longing. The longing is the seeking of spiritual heart, for the invigoration and resurgence, which can only be fulfilled by flow of stream of divine energy. But, not being aware of root cause, we seek to fill that void and emptiness by material things and people. And when people around us add some value to our life, we take that addition as purpose, the love. We try to add every physical and material thing in our life to satisfy and fill this void. And it might distract us for a while, but in long run, it leave us dissatisfied and ungratified. And mostly we live our life in this loop, with our failed attempts to fill the void with material and people, succeeding in momentarily diverting our attention, but not for long. This longing resurfaces from time to time, inducing the sense of dissatisfaction and longing for something else, something more. This thirst can only be quenched by the divine. When our spiritual heart is kindled with rush of divine energy, it illuminates it, causing it to shine like a sun. A sun radiating the rays of love, enveloping us. A state of bliss, ecstasy, and love. To achieve activation of spiritual heart we need mindfulness, meditation and prayer. When we sit with ourselves in meditation, or pray for long in solitude and are mindful, our spiritual energy starts to build up, and with time, this energy rises up and reaches the spiritual heart. When it invigorates our heart, it feels as if our heart is filled with light, we can feel the physical sensations of extreme love and joy, as if the universe has held us in its loving embrace. And from there your journey of love begins. Instead of seeing external love, you become the love. You are showered in a blissful energy of love, you can feel it in your veins, frenzying every cell of your being. You start finding people you resonate with, your connections grow deeper, your relationships harmonious, authentic and fulfilling, as you no longer approach them from a place of need or lack. All the possession and obsession fades away. You no longer feel the pressure to seek validation and approval from others. Your sense of worthiness and fulfillment comes from within, grounded in the truth of who you are. You find joy even in mundane. Absence of someone or something won't make you feel unloved anymore. Sad? Maybe. But unloved? No. Loving you is the responsibility of universe, not people. Sit in silence with yourself. When your attention will shift from noise of your surroundings to your inner heart, you will sense the vibrations, the very knocking of love at the door of your heart. And it's time. It's time for you to open the door of your heart, to let the love in, to let it flow through you, to let it make you the love. As Rumi said, there is a candle in your heart, ready to be kindled. There is void in your soul, ready to be filled. You feel it, don't you? You feel the separation from the beloved. Invite him to fill you up, embrace the fire. Remind those who tell you otherwise. That love comes to you of its own accord, and the yearning for it cannot be learned in any school.